Hey guys, welcome back to YSS TV. Today we're going to have a look at a really popular bike that we get a ton of calls for. Going to go through some of the popular products for this model and hopefully answer a few questions for you. So let's take a look at the video. So today we're going to have a look at the Royal Enfield 650, the Interceptor and also the Continental GT. I've been told by Royal Enfield Australia that over 90,000 of these models have been sold worldwide to date. That's a lot of bikes, a super popular bike in Australia, and we get a lot of calls for these. So we're just going to have a bit of a look at some of the rear shocks and the fork parts that we do for these bikes. So let's get into it, starting with probably our best seller, your RZ362 twin shocks. This is the classic series, or silver and black if you want to refer to it that way. Three-way adjustable shock, fully rebuildable, 2-year warranty. The adjustments on the RZ362, from the top down, at the top we've got your threaded spring preload adjustment. There is a toolkit in the box that comes with all the YSS shocks to adjust spring preload. Threaded spring adjustment, really easy to use, pretty self-explanatory. At the bottom of the shock, we've got the length adjustment. So these shocks are standard length out of the box, which is 360mm. As standard, you've got plus minus 5mm length adjustment through what we call the ride height adjuster. Here in the middle, we've got the rebound adjuster, 30 clicks of damping adjustments. That's purely a hard and soft feel for the damping, very easy to use. Nice finish on that adjuster as well. So these are an RZ362 shock, RZ meaning twin emulsion shocks, fully rebuildable, 2-year warranty. They come in this edition, which is your classic series, and we also do them in the full black, which we call the black edition. So that's your black edition RZ362. So out of the box, these shocks are set up for your average rider at standard length. What we mean by that is stock length 360mm for the Royal Enfield 650s, 70 to about 100 kilo rider. Like many of our customers, if you don't fall into that average weight setting, or you need your bike a bit lower or a bit higher, if you're outside the 70 to 100 kilo weight range, we can run heavier springs, lighter springs. If you're doing permanently two-up, if you want a full custom setup, we can do that. There's also optional extras like chrome springs, even alternative color springs if need be. You can chat to us, but yeah, we do our best to make sure everybody's getting the right setup for them, or the bike to rider experience. So moving up in the range, we now move on to the RG362 twin shocks. These are your next step up from the RZ362. Has all the features of the RZ362, your ride height adjustment, rebound adjustment, and your threaded spring preload adjustment. But these are a reservoir style piggyback shock. By piggyback we mean it's an attached reservoir. So you're also looking at getting compression adjustability, 30 clicks here, and the benefits of a reservoir style shock. A lot of guys ask us, do I need to go for something like this because my original Royal Enfield shocks have the reservoir on them? Not necessarily. The external reservoir basically holds a lot more oil than a non-reservoir style shock. And this has a rubber bladder inside, so the gas and the oil are totally separate. And the main benefits of that is the shock runs a lot cooler, basically has a lot less fade on what you might see on emulsion shocks under really high duress. If you're doing a lot of long trips or rough bumpy terrain where your shocks are working really hard, you might be better off with something like an RG style shock. But these are excellent value. Currently we sell these for $11.50 a pair. Same thing, 70 to 100 kilos is your base setting. Stock length, we do offer the custom options as well for anyone who needs them. The RG362 also come in the full black model, so these are super popular. Guys go crazy for these. Just basically the same shock as the classic RG362, but a full black finish. Looks super sexy, super trick on the bike. We do get a lot of guys mixing these with chrome springs as well. So there is a third series of shock, which unfortunately I don't have one here today to show you, but it is visible at our website. That's the RG362 high-low version. Very similar to your RG362 edition that we have here. except it has the dual compression adjusters, so high speed compression and low speed compression. These are a 4-way adjustable shock. The RG362 high-low version is actually a 5-way adjustable shock. Also a more premium build. I think they sell for about $16.99 a pair at the moment, and they come with added extras of spherical bearings in the shock mount. Still fully rebuildable, 2-year warranty on those, and we also do those in the full black series or the classic series. Okay, so we've had a good look at the 3 most popular shocks in the lineup for the Royal Enfield 650 models. So we're going to touch a little bit on the front. At YSS Australia, we do offer a few different parts for the front end of these bikes. Probably the one we want to talk about today, which we think is the best value product for the front end of the 650s, is the YSS fork upgrade kit. So it's pretty much a full kit for the front end. Really good upgrade. A little bit on the stock components. Much like the rear, the front forks from standard on the Enfields have a really aggressive progressive spring. It's quite soft and then quite harsh, and just the design of the spring gives it a really bad action through the stroke. A lot of guys do find they're losing 40-50% of travel just through sag when they sit on the bike, so that's a big issue. And the damper rods have tiny little compression ports which are quite restrictive and very little to no rebound. So the YSS fork upgrade kit fixes a lot of problems. We do recommend to run a 15 or 20 weight fluid to counteract the poor rebound through the damper rods. So let's have a little bit of look at the parts in the YSS fork upgrade kit. We've got them all separated here for you to have a look at. So what comes in the kit? You get a set of 9 Newton linear springs. You get a lot of guys asking, do we need progressive springs? Can we have progressive springs? Look, honestly, with this kit, the emulator valves, which we'll show you in a second, create a lot of progressive damping. In conjunction with the 9 Newton springs, we think it works really well. Like the back end, we've road tested a lot of these Royal Enfield 650s with new shocks on the back and the front fork upgrade kit. Really impressed with the performance of the front end. We also get a set of PD335 valves. They do come with a special collar made just for the Royal Enfield fork, so easy installation there. These are tunable. We recommend the base setting out of the box to start with. It's 1 turn of preload on the spring and 1 compression port that's already pre-drilled and set for you guys already. Just on that, you can download the YSS Australia tuning guide for the PD valves if you want to make some changes. Probably my favorite part of the kit, the YSS fork caps. So these are a new fork cap. They offer preload adjustment externally. Very nice finish on them. Nice matte black finish with the silver adjuster. Really nice machining work on those as well. Aluminium, of course. You get a pair of those. And then we've got our fitting hardware for each leg. Spacer tube and washer. Pretty self-explanatory. We've got instructions and stickers as well in the box. YSS also include a 250ml bottle of their synthetic fluid. That's a 15 weight. That's what we recommend in these forks. It is a 250ml bottle. It's more of a sample or a top up. So if you are doing a full oil change, you will need a 1 litre bottle of fluid. You can get that at your local bike shop or from us also. If it's a new bike and you're just doing the install and not changing or doing a full oil change, this will be enough as a top-up. This kit currently sells for $450, complete kit to overhaul your front end. We keep a lot of these in stock so you can get your hands on a set anytime you want. Okay, so that's pretty much it for our run through of our most popular Royal Enfield 650 model parts. If you have any other questions, something we didn't quite answer today, or you just want to have a chat about your bike and maybe a different bike, feel free to get in touch through the website via email, Facebook, or just give us a call. Thanks, guys.